Hello and welcome to day 41 of the N8N series. So far, we have seen a lot of workflows that we created on N8N. But how can we back this up? What if we go on to make some changes and we want to get back to the older version? Yes, based on the plan that you take, you will be able to revert back up to certain days. But what if you want something beyond? What if you want to share this with some of your team members and so on and so forth? Whatever could be the reason, but if you want to back up your workflows into GitHub, we've got you covered. So let's quickly check how do we back up our workflows into GitHub. And for that, let's schedule retriever. And if you want to back it up every day, every hour, based on your requirements, you could just set up your schedule retriever. I'll do it for every day. Let's click on execute step, and they've got this. Now we have to set the variable, which is this one, and this is just going to be the folder name for us, and that could be the timestamp, or we could use something like this, right? Backup underscore now dot format yyyy dash mm dash dd. Okay, so this is the folder name. Next up, we have something called N8N, and here we have something called get many workflows. Okay, we can click on create new credential. Okay, we have to give the API key, and for that, let's go to settings. So from here, you can go to settings and go to N8N API. Click on create API key and 1000 days. Expiration, if you want it to be never expired, then click on no expiration, but I'll just go with 7 days for now. Click on save, and this is the key that I need. I'll come back and use this key. Base URL, as we can see here, it is red7.app. So here I just have to, so what I'll do is I'll just copy this entire thing. I will come back here, and it should be API/v1. Okay, click on save, and you can see that connection tested successfully. Okay, and let me just rename this with 7 account. Click on save, and you're good. We have resource workflow and get many. Return all. If you have too many workflows, then this might take some time. So I'll just remove this and limit this to, let's say 10, so that you understand how this works. So let's click on execute step, and you can see that you've got those 10 items. Now let's go to loop, batch size of 1. I'll delete this. So here we are going to prepare the file, basically use a field, and we're going to set this manually. Node. Okay, let's go back. Now before we add any further nodes, let me just click on this one, execute step. So let me just go here and get the field manually. We need something called node, and here we're going to use something called JSON.stringify JSON, null, 2. Okay, so they've got JSON value, okay, but what we need is string. Okay, and that's why we are converting the JSON into string using this formula. And then we are also creating a file name, which is this particular name. Okay, basically workflow name, and we are making this as .json. Let's just execute step, and we've got these two values here. The next step is going to be convert to file and convert to text file. Text input field is going to be this node, so I'm going to drag and drop this here and put output file in field is data. That's fine. So get this output. Now the last step is going to be extract from file, move 5 to base64 string. Okay, so this is data. Output will also be data. Let's click on execute step, and we've got the base64. Now we are going to push this to GitHub. So let's search for GitHub. Let's search for create a file, create an issue, create a review, and so on and so forth. Let's create a file. So this is very simple to create. Okay, you can just click on create new credential and connect my account, and it will open the pop-up where you can actually log in into your GitHub, and this will get linked. That's all. Okay, resources file, operation is create from, let's see if we are getting it. We are not getting it, right? So I'll go by name, and the name is going to be our account name, right? Which is Rit7 support. So I'm going to give that name here, Rit7 support, and a repository name. So we have two here. You can just go to your GitHub, create a repository here. Let's say 1000 days. Leave everything as is and click on create repository. And you can come back here and check for the repository. Let's refresh this. And there you go. So we've got this. Now we have to give the file path. File path is a combination of the folder name slash the file name which is coming from here. This is the file path. File content is going to be this data, and the commit message is going to be something like this. Now.set zone Asia Kolkata format, then backup completed. Let's execute this. Your request is invalid or could not be processed by the service. Let's see what it says. Repository rule violated. Violations found. Secret detected in content. And there you go. It says some error because we tried to save the API token, and we are not supposed to save it as per GitHub rule. So let me go to the next item maybe. So what we can do is, if we have such issue, let's go to settings and let's go continue using error output. Okay, and if we have error, then let's go to sheets and append row in sheet. And we have already created a sheet, N8N, and this is going to be sheet 10, I guess. So let me quickly show you this. So we have date and time, we have folder name, we have file name, we have the error message. Okay, so I'm going back here and map each column manually, and for that we need to run this again. And date and time is going to be this one. Folder name can be coming from here. The file name is coming from here. The error message is going to come from here. Let's execute this, and we should have those details here, right? So if we have errors, then it will keep going here to this Google Sheets, otherwise it will keep continuing. Now that we've got 10 items, let's just loop this through. And of course, once this is done, we'll have to connect this one over here. Okay, let's click on save and let's run this. I'm going to add a manual trigger. So here, and let's click on save and execute the step. So I've got one item here. So you can see that, oh, this didn't format well, but nevertheless, we have got 3 more issues added. Now let's go to GitHub and we have this particular backup folder. And there you go. We've got these files created. Now, whenever you feel that you want to get it back, right, just open this up, download the JSON file, come back to N8N, and you could just click on import from file, select your JSON file, and there you go. Your workflow is available. So create your own backup onto GitHub so that you do not have to miss out on any important workflows that your team member or anybody else might change. Again, like I mentioned before, based on your plan, you can revert back using the history within N8N, but you will still have some limitations on how far behind can you go. This workflow will definitely help you in the long run. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.